Hi everyone, welcome to class. Today you are going to be working through these slides, so I would suggest after you have downloaded the slides, you work on them and keep this video maybe opened in a split screen. Try the work on your own and then check where you're at. Use me for clarification. Any questions, we'll figure it out tomorrow, okay? So let's get started. Your learning target for today is that I can multiply fractions and mixed numbers. Okay, so there was a slide that went before this, but I did delete it because it didn't make any sense. So when I talk about good news, when you multiply fractions, you multiply the top numbers, the numbers that are on the top, and then, so that would be, in this case, the 2 and the 4, and then you're going to write your answer on the top of a new fraction. And 2 times 4 is going to be equal to 8, and then you do the same thing on the bottom, 3 times 7, and that's going to be equal to 21. All right, let's try another one. There are 4 fractions here, so I want you to go ahead and work on each of the individual problems. I'm going to do them right now. Don't forget, you should try to simplify the fractions if possible. So for the first one, we multiply 7 times 5, and that's going to get us 35 on the top. And on the bottom, it's 8 times 6, which is 48. Can't be simplified any further. For number 2, it's going to be 4 times 3, which is 12, which is on the top. And on the bottom, it's 7 times 8, which is 56. So each one of these can be divided by, let's see, I think it can be divided by 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. And 26, if you don't know, divided by 4 is going to give you, drum roll please, what do you think it's going to give you? It'll give you 14. Yes, well done. All right, next one, 36 over 49. No simplifying on that one. And then last one on this page is 6 over 22, and they can both be divided by 2 to give you 3 over 11. Hope you did well on that. Let's move on. So we're going to talk about mixed numbers. Some fractions think they're super special, and they like to show off, and they're called a mixed number. Our learning target is that I can multiply fractions, which we just did, so yay, and I can multiply mixed numbers. A mixed number is a whole number, like for instance this number 1, and then a fraction together, this 1/2. You'll normally see it written like this, 1 and 1/2, or 3 and 3/4. When we talk about multiplying a mixed fraction, we can't multiply the whole number and the fraction together. So the first thing that we have to do is convert. Actually, I'm going to erase that because I think it's going to be in my way. The first thing that we have to do is convert, just like I said right here. How do we do that? I want you to think about this kind of round the robin or round the globe or something like that. You take the denominator and you multiply it by the whole number. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then you add the numerator. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. That's how this 5 got here. And then you just bring the denominator down. So for this one, it is 3 times 4, which is 12, plus 1 is 13, and you bring the denominator down. So you have 2 new fractions, 5/2 and 13/4. You multiply straight across like you did before, and then you reduce. So let's try a couple. First thing that we want to do is go around the world. We want to do 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and we bring down the 2. Around the world, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Bring down the denominator. We multiply across 21 over 4. How many times can 4 go into 21? 5 times. And how much do you have left over? You have 1 and a 4th left over. So that would end up equal 5 and 1/4. That's the number I'm looking for. All right, let's do it again. Around the world, multiply 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So we have 4/3. Bring down the multiplication around the world. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 5/2. 4 times 5 is 20 over 6. And how many times does 6 go into 20? It goes in 2 times with 4/6 left over, but that can be made smaller. 2 and 2/3. Last one. Let's give it a try. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4 over 3. Times, around the world we go again. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10 over 3. 4 times 10 is 40. 3 times 3 is 9. So we end up with 9 goes into 44 times with 4/9 left over. And that is how you multiply mixed numbers.